Weather still feels and looks like spring across the state line, but that changes later on tonight. Winter weather advisories bumped up a little here. They'll go into effect at midnight, last through 6 o'clock tomorrow. And this is for DeKalb, Lee, and Whiteside counties for a light glaze of ice possible tonight, and then anywhere between 1 to 4 inches of snowfall. Heavier as the farther south you go. So the kind of northern end, maybe just a little north of I-88, may only see an inch of snowfall, but that rapidly ramps up the farther south you go. North of these advisories, still looking at a little ice, a little sleet, a little snow, but not quite as much as some of the spots near the I-88 corridor will get. Right now, it's all rain, so it's smooth sailing through the rest of this evening, a little drizzly, a little rainy at times, with temperatures staying well above freezing for quite some time, and those blustery winds are almost gone. A few occasional wind gusts, but not seeing those 40-mile-an-hour gusts like we had earlier on today. Can start to see where the cold air is. Note that wind direction. Basically right near Freeport is at this point, so this is where that colder air is starting to come from. You can tell because of the wind shift. That slides in later tonight and eventually results in a switch from rain to freezing rain and sleet, and maybe even a little snowfall later tonight. So here's Future Track. We'll continue to have light rainfall for the most part. Rest of the evening may pick up just a little bit as that cold front approaches, but not necessarily looking at a ton of downpours. Then, as you can see, later on this evening and into the early overnight hours, beginning to get that switch over to freezing rain and sleet. Future Track has it in as early as 9:30. I think the pavement temperatures will still be a little too warm for that, so that drive late tonight likely won't be icy, but the closer we get to midnight, the more likely we see a little ice, a little sleet. By the time we get to midnight, that's when the air is cold enough for snow, so we could have a minor amount of snowfall then coming through between about midnight and 3 a.m. Either way, be ready for icy spots. I don't think we'll see widespread iciness, but there may be enough, especially near and south of I-88, with the ice and sleet accumulations, that you could definitely see some slippery roads, so drive with caution late tonight. Temperature-wise, we're down to 26. Winds remain a little blustery overnight. Tomorrow, temperatures keep falling, so we'll go from icy in the morning to windy and snowy in the afternoon with wind gusts back up to about 30 miles per hour. You look at Future Track, and again, it's that I-88 corridor where we'll see at least some decent snow accumulations, a couple inches possible. North of there, kind of avoiding much of the state line, I still think we'll get some light snowfall, but it's still something to keep an eye out for. You look at our snow forecast, inch or less expected north of I-88 and about 1 to 3 near and south of I-88. And again, that is for tomorrow afternoon, like you saw on Future Track. After all of this, temperatures hovering below freezing the next couple days with dry weather. Then we jump to near 50 on Sunday and stay mild into next week, though Tuesday could bring another rain-snow mix. In your most accurate 10-day forecast, we do cool off long-term as we drop below freezing for several days to round out next week, Brittany.
Alex, thanks. Coming up next, Fred Van Vliet